Hello, my Moxies, and yes, I have a new intro. Twitter has been blowing up with Christmas, so I said I should just start to as well. So today we're going back into building. I decided to give up on the planned, overtaken city I was building because I lost courage and inspiration. And you know, a girl was running on a budget, haha. Anyways, before I start this build, let me show you what I'll be attempting to do today for y'all. Now throughout this video, I didn't get the measurements right, so you'll have to excuse the number of times I had to delete. So I work on phone. I find it easier honestly. It makes me feel comfortable to work with, so I'm just going back and forth from my tab, trying to at least get the house to measure right. But you know we finna mess that up too or change it in some way. So if you want the house to look like mine the way I do the parts that aren't seen in the picture, don't follow what I'm doing in this first half when it comes to the back side. I decided to use my own brain cell to think of a good way to make these side look good, so let me cook. But not right now. So I had an idea to make this side open. But it's like a walk-in garden at the same time it leads to the top floor. You know what? Just look and see. It's hard to explain without the big picture. But let's hurry up because we start with the ed side first. Of course, we're not doing the garden yet. That will be the last thing we do. We're just adding the windows, roof, pool, and structure. Just the main stuff. Let's block this off because there will be glass walls going here. Okay, so off to the front we go. So we're gonna do a final look to see if we're good. Now we're gonna move to the top and make the second outline. So I'm not a pro builder, but I can build, so I'm just gonna do what I did to the bottom. But right here, I'm gonna go one block back, because that's gonna be a 5x1 balcony. Or that is what I think that is in the picture. It's probably not, and I'm just being delulu with what I wanted to look like. The back was looking so plain, but in the end I knew I will slay and make it look good. I repeated what I did to the bottom here to the top. And the floor above this, just trust the process. Lol, I think, might have to delete the fence then. Put the basic shape if you don't have the transform tool like me. But this is how it would look. I like it, but I'll end up fixing that wall down there later. Now to do the roof part of this build. So over here there is a flat roof that hovers over the pool. But later on I'll wrap it round one side of the house. So we're gonna put one here. I'll say it should be 1 block wide and go in all around the other side. But we're going to bring our roof out by 1 block here, because it has to go over on this side. But let's place that and move on to the balcony. Okay, here we are, and we are going to do the floor first. The important part, of course. Then we will use pillar to back this area that is blocked off, like so, and then we're going to do that to the other side. But the pillars are going to be touching the walls. Don't put them inside the walls. I end up changing that later. Then we're going to put a roof, but scale it to be a good size. Like so. Now y'all can't tell me I didn't eat that.
Do you have any hidden talents?
Oh, of course.
Anyways, we're going to do the rest of the roof, then go back down. And there you have it, we ate that. Now we're going to move on to the pillar over here. From afar, I didn't see that. I'm now seeing this while editing, but thank God I didn't finish the entire build yet, so I'll go back and fix that. Or will I? I don't know. At the time I had a good idea of the yard, so I might not change it. I've noticed something. When building with a picture of what you want when it comes to editing, it's a lot easier to edit out the parts with me opening my history to see the image, because I just keep going back and forth so the cut would come out clean. Okay, here is where I put another roof. so that the top can look a bit more presentable. Trust the process, okay, lol. I know it's a lot of process, but let's at least look like some professional here. So we pulled these pillars back and we did so for the other side, making sure it was touching the wall, making sure it looked good. But saw I had to fix the other side cause just look at it, it looks off. I want you to see the big difference that this makes to the house. Like, look at that. Okay, now it's time for the fence, which I'll have to work on more because of this. Like, do you see that? And I have to change the balcony to a 2x5 because the balcony overlapped the roof on the first floor. Like what? But will I change it? Nope, lol. It is what it is. But on to these windows. Now when I say it was a struggle, oh my gosh. But it won't be for you because we're going to skip my pain and suffering. And there we have it. Are you happy? The bottom floor windows has as a custom window feature in the middle. See that line down the middle? So we will be recreating that. Always start from bottom going up. It's just easier that way and the line isn't tilt or anything. But I'll do that to the other two, so I'll just skip this. So now we have to put windows over this side. I decided to put 4 at the top because the wall looked empty. And there isn't much to put outside on this wall. So why not fill it up? I'm gonna use the same windows from over here, but I'm not going to scale them for this side. Okay, now for the second hard part. But let me skip ahead, but simplify it for you. Instead of using the wide modern windows, I used the regular modern windows, only 2 of them, and I used a door, the sleek pivoting glass door. And this is how it looked when I resize everything. And flip the door on the other side. Okay, so now for our front door. So I use this door and the same windows from above to fill in this area, which will then create this look. So far, so good. It doesn't look that bad, but just wait till you see it. So this is why I said earlier to delete these walls, because they aren't in the picture. I thought they were glass walls, but it wasn't, so here we are. We're going to close it off like this and get back to work. Don't forget to delete that wall there too. Anyways, on to the pool. We're going for the 501 because we ain't rich. But we ain't broke either, just on a budget. So first we going to do a 2x4. Then a 2x8, but I suggest to do the 3x8. Because that's what I'm literally about to do, lol. See, lol. Next we will do the outline of the pool. Don't do what I do here. Do the outline first, then we can move on to the rest of it. This is what it should look like. I know we did a big cut, but here is what you miss. We've added chairs, as you can see. For the pathway to the front door, we use basic shapes. And we built a little garage/penthouse maybe. And we've added floors as well to be the garden in front. And the pebbles stone walkway. Doesn't it look good so far, guys? I'm loving it. Let me paint the floor so y'all can see it the way I see it. Bestie, stop. I know you see how much life that brings to the build. Anyways, let's add a carpet, and when I tell you, I had an idea of the carpet I wanted, but I didn't know if Bloxburg had it until I saw it. I was jumping in my boots. I really love this, like it looked so good. I already have a vision of when this is done that it would look so good. Even looking at it now is getting me excited to see the results. So let's add some color to this. Let's add a pillar here to give the house more dimension. So for my windows, I want NT to make it feel warm and a bit more realistic, so I'm painting everything black. Just look at the difference that makes. So pretty and warm. I bet on a rainy day this would also look nice. Don't forget these little structures too. So the house have some little round pathway, so let's do that. Just going to resize that down and that's it. Now we place them. Time to color them and that's it. Look at that! Yeah, lol, it looks basic, but I'ma say this over and over. Trust the process. I noticed some details from the side building, so let me just do that now. That looks good to me. Right now we are outlining the pool to look more natural. I had to do this in section, since when the pool is divided into pieces. Now it's the time we all been waiting for. The inside air. I'm so excited. So first we'll start with the kitchen in the picture. You can kind of see it, but I already know what I want, so here we go. Let's cover the top floor first to help with my OCD. I would go crazy if that wasn't fixed. So over there will be a bedroom and the middle here will be a sitting room for when you want to read or in a rush to put on your shoes. Another bedroom will be put up at that wall at the back there. And it will be my room. Okay, so I might do spiral stair that is surrounded by glass. But that's a bit much, so never mind. So I was on TikTok and saw this really cool thing they did with the counter and the microwave. So just know I'm so about to add that to my build. So the picture had these cabinets in them, but I didn't like this and wanted to try something new, so we switched it to the smaller one. Then we added a regular looking cabinet. This is my fridge that I'm going to be using. And I wanted modern counter where it has no handle. You just have to press it for it to open, but Bloxburg doesn't have that. So we'll use this instead, but I end up using one of that because we forgot we need an oven and stove. But yes, this is the hack or part of the video I saw that had me on my knees. Instead of the microwave being on top, it was moved to the bottom, and it's a bit weird, but I like weird, so there's two of us. So I'm going to put my oven next to the microwave. So I'm going to delete that. But I really hate when my kitchen has that empty piece right there. So I used a structure to stop that madness. Like, look at that, isn't that so much better? Don't say I didn't teach you something. But now I want an island in the middle of my kitchen. I realized I've never done this before, so I was bewildered upon finding out, so the video got cut short here. So bye for now. I'll go make the second part the final part now.